Welcome back to another TravelFlow ship tour and welcome aboard the Golden Princess. Today I'm going to guide you through a complete tour and review of this entire vessel. I was on the 6-night cruise that left on a round trip from Melbourne on the 4th of January, which sailed to Port Lincoln, Adelaide and Kangaroo Island. This video was filmed after a minor refit was finished in April, before she exits the fleet to join P&O next year, but with that aside, let's get on board. The first thing you'll notice upon entering the ship is the sprawling atrium. This location acts as a hub of activity, music, food, drink and shopping. Calypso is the indoor pool area, great for when the weather isn't great. Coupled with 2 spas and its ocean theming, this pool was always occupied. Also in the vicinity was the Calypso bar and plenty of ping pong tables. The Lotus Spa pool area acts as a tranquil adult-only area to do some laps or relax in the spas. Moving from above the pool area, you will find the sanctuary. Here adults can relax with comfy chairs, refreshing food and drink, and massages. At the centre of the ship is the main pool area, the Neptune's Reef and Pool. This area boasts plenty of seating, a bar, 2 spas and a pool, hence the name. At the back of the ship is a multi-level terrace featuring a small pool. This was a quiet place to be while observing the scenery or the ship's wake. Here you can also play a game of chess, make use of the sports court or enjoy one of the 2 bars if they're open. Above the terrace pool is the SKYWALKERS nightclub. This place has a very distinct neon space theming to it which I quite like, however SKYWALKERS is the reason why the ship resembles a shopping trolley so much. Behind the big screen is a lawn court, which appears to be a forgotten part of the ship. No one really knows about it, no activities happen up here and it appears to still be in its original form. But anyways, it can be accessed from the Calypso pool. So it's currently 5:30 AM, moving down to the atrium. Inside the atrium were 4 different shops. The Promenade Lounge and Bar offered a live pianist throughout the day and night. Leading into the cabin areas is the Princess Fine Art Gallery, where they display art before it is sold off through the various auctions. The Princess Theatre is the main theatre on board, seating around 700 people and is split across 2 levels. This venue offers many types of shows, including in-house performances from the ship's orchestra and dancers and visiting acts such as comedians and cabarets. The VISTA Lounge is the secondary show lounge on board, which offers a more casual venue. This facility is used for quizzes, bingo, and is also where the ship's orchestra and dancers resort to if the theatre is being used for more important things. The third and final show lounge on board is the Egyptian-themed Explorers Lounge. Explorers was my favourite of the 3 as it hosted all of the nightly game shows.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Explorers Lounge for the Yes No Game Show. How are we going?
The Explorers Lounge also hosted art auctions and live recorded live shows. The nautical-themed Wheelhouse Bar hosted live music. Although my favourite thing about this lounge was the crowd DJ, which allowed passengers to play their own music. I always made sure the Wheelhouse Bar was only listening to good music. At the top of the ship is the Lotus Bar, which will be more than adequate for your spa, exercise and beauty needs. On board the Golden Princess was the Grand Casino, which is a little smaller when compared to most ships. The Golden Princess may not be the type of ship to have heaps of thrilling rides and new attractions on board their ships, but they do offer loads of great planned activities throughout the day. The entertainment on board this ship was also quite good. The nightly shows offered great variety and the cruise directors on board were amazing. So overall, Golden Princess gets a 7 out of 10 for activities. Let's begin the food section in the best place of any cruise ship, the buffet, which on the Golden Princess is the Horizon Court. Princess Cruises never disappoints with their buffet, which is open from 5 AM non-stop through to 11 PM, which is one of the reasons why I love Princess ships so much. This buffet may seem a little small, however there are actually 2 buffet lanes and each side goes back a long way, so if you can't find a seat you just keep moving backwards to the aft of the ship. Now the food is undoubtedly amazing, as it is on any Princess ship, so let's start by looking at the breakfast. And here is a sample of the lunch and dinner menu. The desserts in the buffet definitely stood out as being extra amazing. Thank you. The International Cafe was located in the atrium and served as a cafe on board, serving coffees, cakes and sandwiches. And the best part, it's open 24 hours. Also located in the atrium was the Vines Bar, serving wines and accompanying tapas. Up on the pool deck were 3 complimentary food outlets, including Pogo Pizzeria. The Sundays Ice Cream Bar served soft serve ice cream, but also milkshakes and sundaes for an extra charge. My favourite of the 3 was Trident Grill, serving complimentary hot chips on demand, and also burgers and pies. On board the Golden Princess were 3 main dining rooms, including Bernini, Donatello and Canaletto dining rooms, each offering anytime and traditional dining options. Princess Cruises is very well known for their outstanding dining rooms, and this ship was no exception. The food and service were all amazing. Breakfast was great with plenty of options on the menu, however you don't have to follow the menu. Pretty much if you have a dish in mind, the chefs will make it as shown. Lunch offered a more casual dining experience with a menu to match, but that doesn't mean it was bad. Dinner was a more formal experience when compared to lunch, with a multitude of fine dining options on the menu. On the menu were 6 options available every night and a variety of entrees and mains unique to the night attending. No matter what dining option you take, they are all bound to be really good.
Here we go.
Get it?
Yep.
Alright, enjoy it.
On selected nights, the dining room would offer chocolate journeys in addition to the usual dessert menu.
Oh wow.
And these not only looked amazing, but tasted amazing too. Golden Princess offers 2 specialty dining restaurants, including Sabatini's Italian. And on deck 6 was the Crown Grill Steakhouse. As with any cruise ship, Golden Princess had a wide variety of outdoor bars, including the Tradewinds Bar, where you can smoke. However, if you wish to smoke indoors, you can find the well-hidden Players CIGAR Bar, which also shows live sports. Overall, the food on this ship is amazing, although some Princess ships may be slightly better, but is certainly nothing to worry about. So this ship earns a 9 out of 10 for food and drink. The internet cafe and library was located in the atrium and stocked a small selection of books and games. Also here were computers used for internet access. Along the hallway from the atrium to the Vista lounge is the photo gallery. Hearts and Minds is the wedding chapel on board, which also acts as a conference room. On board were 4 separate passenger service desks, including shore excursions where you can book them in person or using their iPads. Anyone wishing to book another cruise can visit the future cruise consultant for some good deals. The Captain's Circle desk will resolve any inquiry relating to the Princess Loyalty Program. And lastly, anything not related to those topics can go here at the Passenger Services desk. As with any princess ship, Golden Princess features 3 kids clubs separated by age. These clubs also feature a pool deck just for kids and another for teenagers. The promenade deck is located on deck 7, however towards the front of the ship it elevates to deck 8, which is where you also go past some not very private balconies, so I would recommend avoiding the Emerald 200 balconies on deck 8. But if you're wishing to get some exercise in, 4 laps will equal a kilometre. Lastly, let's retreat to our balcony cabin, which was Baja 415 on deck 11, so let's head inside. Overall, the cabin was very warm and comfortable and got a minor refit last April, although it may still look outdated to some. One of the new additions to the cabin is the Princess Luxury Bed, which certainly do live up to their name as being comfortable but is nothing special. Also added was this oversized television screen from LG, which could also be used as a Bluetooth speaker and has an extra HDMI port if needed. Underneath the television was also a fridge which appeared to barely work. The power points in the room were of the US type and was located next to a desk where a phone was kept. In the main living area were 7 drawers plus plenty of storage in the walk-in wardrobe and cupboard. The bathroom was your average cruise ship bathroom, but included loads of storage underneath the sink. Now let's move to the balcony, which included 2 mini deck chairs where you can enjoy complimentary 24-hour room service, and the view I guess. Overall, the cabin gets a 7 out of 10. And that concludes our tour. Now let's move on to my final thoughts. Overall, it's a very nice ship, but being built in 2001, it's a fair bit older than most princess ships. I didn't find this to be much of a problem, even though there may have been the occasional leak and the ship may have creaked a bit more than usual. But things like these don't ruin a cruise. However, other things that would affect a cruise like the crew, food, entertainment and cabin had barely any problems. The crew were all lovely on board and some started to even recognise me and my love for hot chocolate. As I mentioned before, you probably won't find a princess ship with poor food and drink. The food and especially desserts were all spectacular. I'm not usually one to attend the nightly production shows in the theatre, so I can't really judge them accurately, but others said they were acceptable. I did however love the comedian show, and the game shows were some of the best at sea, with the Yes No game show being my highlight of the cruise.
What would you like to hear?
The cabin was a little dated when compared to cabins on other modern cruise ships which feature clever design, but this cabin wasn't bad. My only issue with the cabin was the coat hangers banging against the wall when the ship was rolling during the night. I thought that could have been thought through better. So with all of that considered, the Golden Princess gets a combined total of 8 out of 10. Thank you so much for watching this ship tour. Feel free to watch some of my other ship tours on the screen now, but they were made quite a long time ago.
So my voice sounds like this.